All right, are we ready to hear the old 1850 run again? I sure am, because yeah, I got a lot wrapped up in this project. So we're gonna try it right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Rusty Oliver Man. I got to plugging away at this while ago without the camera, which is not a good thing to do if you are supposed to be making videos on stuff, but got to get it done. So I got everything back in, and we're going to do just a little walk around here visual before we try to start it to make sure. I put a new piece of hose there. I got this all tightened back up. It's full of water, so I don't see any leaking other than stuff that I spilled. Got those bolts tight, that tight. That plate is back in there. Radiator screen's back in now, consequently. Got this bolted back to the radiator. Those two bolts. That's the mess dripping off the hood. It's not a leak. Got the fan bolts tight. Got a new belt on. Got that tight. Got the hose in that side. Got that line tight. Got the link strap tight. The steering box bolts switched out, Loctited in. New filter. Should have plenty oil, which it does. And I think we're ready to try it. Now, I am worried I'm gonna have to be up there and watch. Sometimes these Perkins don't like to prime up oil pressure after you've changed the oil or whatnot. So we're gonna make sure that, I guess I'll climb up on the platform, because we want to make sure we got oil pressure, because it's been my experience that she doesn't like it when you go in dry, so we want some oil pressure is what I'm saying. I had to get a stack of belts here to get the right one, so I need to take this one back and get my $30-some back for these stupid belts. But that is neither here nor there. Got two new batteries. That's what he wanted. Got his battery thing relocated. I just need to make the bracket. I'm going to put it right here, which I don't think will interfere with your feet too bad, but it's still very visual where he'll be able to see it when he gets off of the tractor, which was his complaint before, that, you know, when you're not practically tripping over it, sometimes you just don't remember. So I do need to put the top two battery cables on. Oh, we need to do this too. Did I tighten this up? Oh no, I didn't tighten the one side of it. Did I put it in backwards? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Because this one's got to go. Right? I did put it in backwards, didn't I? Because, yeah, I did. I bet you. Let me double check. This cable is the hot cable. Sure enough, we gotta flip her around. Flip her around and try her from the other side. Dum dum. That sucks too, because I had a lot of trouble getting that stupid bracket to play ball with me a while ago. Oh. See, this is the kind of nonsense that fought me a while ago. There, but we're not down all the way. Oh yeah, we are. Now I just undid everything I did, so. I don't know why we're always fighting, you know? Can't we just get along, world? You don't have to always be throwing me the hardest curveball possible. See? God dang it. I tell you, I hate batteries. Weren't we better off when we just use hand cranks? All right. Now we're coming along. Hopefully these new batteries are good. I have had batteries not good right out of the box, you know. I can't imagine they sell a ton of these 6 volts, so. And yes, I asked him about switching over to just 112 volt, and he said no, keep it original. So sure, I was that way once too, but I've since seen the light. Put 112 in, put your battery box on and make it look like it's there, and then leave her go. In this case, put the battery under the floorboard and then take this lid off and mount your cooler right in here. That'd be a great spot for that. All right. All is tight with the world. Perhaps we should pull the fuel stop out and crank it a minute. I don't think we're getting anywhere. Let's go walk around and take inventory and see if we have any leaks. We better not, but oh, we need to not be an idiot. I think we're golden. That's dry as a bone up there out of the bottom. Sweet. All right. So now, what we can do, we can put the sheet metal back on. And also, what we need to do is make our bracket, which shouldn't be that long, but it's still going to take a little bit to get that worked out. Yeah, I might go ahead and put the sheet metal on so that the tractor is together, and then that is the only thing I'm waiting on. I think that's what I'll do. Then there's not pieces around here. I think we're supposed to get a storm tomorrow, and I'd hate for sheet metal to go blowing around or something, you know. Really need to kind of hand fit the stuff because I don't want to twist off bolts in this. Now that's going to play cool because it's probably just not quite lined up. Yeah, that's not going to play ball, is it? I'm going to have to do some thread cleaning on it. Yeah, this ain't going to work either, is it? I forgot to put the hood rod in too. Need to do that. And we need to get more stuff because I lost apparently one of the bolts. I have to get one for the middle before it leaves. All right, minus that bolt, which I need to get one. This side should be back together. Ooh, but it's not. I see something else. Battery box. Lid. Well, I guess it's missing the bolts in the hood all the way around. Huh. Well, Knudsen. That one gonna go round and round she goes. I am so good. Right on the money on that oil. Is everything here good? Except for that one. I don't know why we're missing. That one probably has no threads left. All right, we're down to the last thing, which is this bracket. I got it made and painted, and all we got to do is put it on. It's probably still a bit tacky, but it's time to go home. You know what I mean? I gotta get some of these other stuff done, so I gotta get this out of here. Consequently, I took my rods this morning to the machine shop for the 1655. So he's about 2 weeks behind, so I'm gonna have to wait on him. That's no big deal. I told him no hurry. I mean, that's the way it is for everybody, so I don't want to be seeming like I'm pestering them, you know. Alright. That fits in there pretty good, and it's not obnoxious and in the way. I need to make sure well, let's get this on there first, and then we'll discuss orientations. So, as I drop the... See, I want it to be more or less vertical when it's on, because that's an easy visual then. Is that size? Sure be handy if it was. Must be metric, because it's just not quite happy. Lucky there's an adjustable handy. Now, let's tighten. Tighten this. I'm not sure that I really like the visual of that cable going around there, but that was the least intrusive way I could make this happen. Because the whole point was he wanted this where you could see it, but you can't really get too far away from your battery or you're gonna have miles of cable, and that doesn't make sense either. So I'm okay with this. I mean, I think it looks acceptable, and it didn't really modify the tractor much at all. I put a couple holes up through the underneath of this. These floorboards are made different than like the smaller ones. They've got like another piece that comes down, but then it stopped right in front of the edge for the battery box. So I don't know, you kind of got this slot in here, open space, so it hides the top of your bolt head. But anyway, I think this will be acceptable. All right, I want to double check that we got fluid in there. I think I need to top that off just a little bit. It was that way last night, so I don't think we're out anything there. Hydraulic, I used all the hydraulic oil, so yeah, it's full. So that's good. I'm gonna say let's wander around here to our engine oil. Make sure that's where it was. Right on the money. And I got his extra engine oil on the platform. So what we're gonna do now is probably drive it back over there. Maybe make a few test laps around here just to be sure nothing's wrong. I don't think it would be, but let's go with that. Beautiful, fires right up. Everything still looks good. I'm gonna top that antifreeze off just a little bit. All right. I think his clutch is kind of weak, but that's okay. Perfect, but they'll pass. That's cool. Let's watch that again. I'd say this thing's been burned up slightly. see any horrendous leaks. Some of that water I just put in puked out at me coming on down the road. I got it too full, I guess. So there's some water that has come down, you know. But I think that's it. I think we're good to go. It's still dry up under there, the bottom of the box. Well, it's better than when it left, and that's what we're after. Turn this off, and it should be good to go. I wish it hadn't puked all over me, and the hood and everything else, but such is life. All right, so I think we're going to call that the end of this installment. We did what we set out to do, and so now it's usable. He can do whatever he needs to do with it. And like I said, we've been going down the line. That one's fine. This one's got some stuff, but I don't know that it's not next in line. He wants to do that Ferguson next, but I think we're gonna wait till after the fair. So if he takes it, we don't scuff up paint and stuff working on that steering box. So, because it needs tightened up, it gets a little bit of wobbling down the road. But yeah, this thing we need to get fired up though and drive it around. I think I talked to him and he said he was going to try to do that very shortly, because I mean, it's a brand new tractor, and I bet it's got no gas turned on. No, it's got all the gas turned on. I bet it's out of gas. I bet he left the gas on. Let's try wide open. There we go. Oh yeah. That's one that needs cosmetic now. It needs a good paint job. I just painted stuff that I had to weld on and take apart, which there was much on it. So, but otherwise, basically every piece of that's been apart and all brand new. So, yeah. What a sweetheart. A brand new 77. So, yeah. Our next big project is getting this out of here. It's got to go. He doesn't need it in here anymore, so we need to get it ready where we can use it. So I'll probably do that right after, you know, I get back home. I will probably bring my truck over here and some gas and the jump pack and see if we can't make her come back to life. And also, a very important thing I need to do and not forget is to bring my license plate, my new license plate. I was going to look and see what kind of hardware we had. Probably 9/16, 3/8 bolts. So yeah, I don't think anybody would stop me with it, but you just never know. So I supposing that we're going to call this one here, and we will have more to do on these in the future sometime whenever that happens. he may not be in a hurry to do that right now. Yeah, of course, it's cooking the all that antifreeze I spilled all over everything. Kind of frustrating, but it'll be fine. As long as nothing's leaking that I had apart, I'm good. And it doesn't look like it. So, yeah. It needs to be out and used now, you know. Take it out and do a job with it. I don't know what he really has to do with it. You know, find somebody who needs some hay raked or something and he could do that to his heart's content. But anyway, enough rambling. We will call this one here, and I'll see you in the next one. Do you enjoy seeing a basic white man in his middle 30s struggling at life? If so, hit that thumbs up and leave us a comment, because all of that stuff is supposed to help us out and grow the channel, and we can keep making more stuff like what you just saw. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.